Is anybody out there struggling a little more with the experience of worry than they are usually? We have a news cycle that is a never-ending sequence of information that is flooding to our nervous system. Worry is a predominant part of today's world. But why do we worry? So often my patients will say to me, worry is dumb. There's no need for it. And actually, we do need to worry, but we need to put worry into its appropriate context. When our brain initially starts the worry process, it's simply trying to throw up a yellow flag and say, hey, pay attention to this. This is a possible area of concern. And I always like to invite my patients to circle all the way back to the beginning of the worry process and notice the why of the original yellow flag that began the worry process. Why was there a yellow flag thrown at them about something? And yes, our survival brain plays a predominant role in the worry process. Worrying can also feel like ruminating, right? Or anxiety or stress. Our little friend of the amygdala, Amy, loves that stuff because her job is to keep us safe, keep us alive, keep us moving forward. And like we talk about, she does not care about quality of life. And when we're in a worry cycle, our quality of life certainly can degrade pretty quickly. So if we get back to the original yellow flag, the why, then we're able to do something about the worry, and that's moving into the action. That's really the goal of worry. Worry says, pay attention so we can take an action. One of the things I love about paying attention to worry and then moving into action is that's actually one of the fundamental tenets of resiliency. It's checking in with mind and body and saying, here's data. Here's why my brain has given me this data, and what step can I take now? So if you notice that you're circling around a worrisome construct, your mind just won't let that thing go, take a moment and write down 2 to 5 sentences about whatever it is that your brain's chewing on. What is the data that your amygdala is consistently giving you over and over and over again? And I love that construct of chewing. It's just like if my dog was chewing on a bone, that's what our little amygdala is doing. She's chewing on something. And how do we get the dog to stop chewing on the bone? Well, either the bone goes away or we take the bone away. And so right now, there's so many things in our world that we're worried about that we can't impact. And so we can't necessarily take that bone away from our amygdala. But what we can do instead is say, what are we going to do instead with that bone? How do we put it to use so that our brain can't chew it on anymore? And one of my favorite ways of doing that, if my dog's chewing on a bone, she won't give up. No, I give her a toy, and guess what? She's definitely distracted. So we're giving the brain a different job. Now, yes, CPR for the amygdala is going to be very helpful here in calming the brain down and helping the brain soothe itself and that bubble wrap around our amygdala. So write down your worry sentences, find the why. Why is your brain saying this matters? And then write down 2 to 4 ways that you can take action. Now, some of those things might be extreme. Some of those things might be really small. Well, I'm just going to crawl into bed and hide in my covers. Okay, that's fine. It's doing something different. All options are available. We honor all options. And then find one little step that you can take to take action, because that will let your amygdala know that you're paying attention and changing the direction that your brain is moving in.